Well, hi YouTube. Guess what? It's that time of year again. It is the time of year that the Ontario Brewing Awards happen. So we're going to go through the Ontario Brewing Awards winners. The winners list is up. Now this year, the pool was 251 beers submitted by 46 breweries from across the province. Beer judge certified certified judges, the BGCP certified judges, chose gold, silver, and bronze winners in 31 categories. So 31 categories. We don't know what was in each category. Some will be bigger than others. Some will be smaller than others. One of them had only one item in it. 251. 251 divided by 31. We're looking at about 8.1 or so beers per category on average. Anyway, North American Light Lager. Gold, Brick Laker Light. Silver, F&M Stonehammer Light. Third, Bronze Flying Monkeys Anti-Gravity Light. Now, Stonehammer and Anti-Gravity both have a very good taste to them. Taste isn't really what you're looking for when you're looking at an American light lager. You're looking for basically watery, corny adjunct. The Brick, though, I would have probably, if I was the Brick, I would have probably put in Red Baron Light. But obviously, I was wrong since the Laker Light somehow won. Whatever. Next, North American Lager. Hogsback Vintage Lager came in first. Lake of Bays Top Shelf Classic Lager came in second. Amsterdam's Natural Blonde came in third. Now, Top Shelf Classic Lager was disgusting to me. It tasted like a sugar-fortified mess. It was bad. It was a bougie beer. It tasted like a budget beer. Well, a bad budget beer. But again, I'm saying my own personal opinion on the judging here. Pilsner. Brick's Waterloo Pilsner. Molson Coors Rickards Blonde. King Pilsner. I'm surprised Steam Whistle isn't on there. I really am. Unless they didn't enter because they've won enough. That's the main one that I'm surprised not to see on there. Other than that, the Brick Waterloo Pilsner I didn't like all that much, but I don't like Pilsners all that much, so I mean it doesn't really matter. Molson Coors Rickards Blonde, all joking aside about who owns it, Rickards Blonde is a proper Pilsner, so good on them. King Pilsner, proper Pilsner too, a little too barnyard funky for me. Amber Lager. Hop City Barking Squirrel Lager. See, for the Molson Coors ones and the Hop City ones and all that, here's the only thing that bothers me about this. If this is the Ontario Brewing Awards, it should be beers that are only brewed in Ontario, not beers that might be brewed in their factories in, say, Nova Scotia, New Brunswick, BC, anything like that. If it's brewed somewhere other than Ontario, it shouldn't be there. I'm not saying necessarily that the Barking Squirrel is. I'm just stating my opinion on that. Great Lakes Red Leaf Lager. That is a good. The Red Leaf Lager is a good budget beer. I mean, it really is. It's a lot like Nickelbrook Draft to me for what it really is. King's Vienna Lager. Yeah, okay. Dark Lager. Side Launch Dark Lager. Never even heard of Side Launch Brewing. Second is Brick Waterloo Dark. Third is King Dark. Now, where is Cameron's Dark Cameron's Dark 266? Where's Silversmith's Black Lager? Where is there's just so many things that could have been there that are much better than, say, the Brick's Waterloo Dark or King Dark. I can't talk about Side Launch. I've never had it. Not that King Dark is a bad beer. I'm just saying, where is the big guys in this category? The guys that are drank the most. Anyway, going on. Box. First place, King Bach. Second place, Cameron's Deviator Doppelbock. Third place, Mill Street Weizenbach. Not a bad little category. Not a bad little category. I don't know if I'd put King Bach first, but I mean, again, I don't know who voted on it or anything like that. Honey Maple Beers. First, F&M Stonehammer Maple Red. That is a nice beer. Mill Street Royal York Stinger. Another nice beer. Bayside Honey Maple. Bayside has a new beer. When I was last there, they only were producing two, the light and the regular lager. They were extract brews. Yeah, it's nice to see that they have a new lager. Well, not a new lager, sorry, a new beer, and it's nice to see that they won something with it. Hefeweizen. Big Rig Hef. Yay, Chris Phillips, your brewery is doing better than you are on the ice. Denison's Weiss beer. That's a staple in Toronto. Magnota True North Wonder Weiss. I think that's one of the only Magnota beers I've actually not had. Belgian Wit beers. First place, Mill Street Belgian Wit. Second place, Amsterdam Boxer. Never even heard of that one. Third place, Molson Coors Rickards White. Um, Now again, I don't know what was in that category, but I can't really fault them on it. I mean, Rickards White is, regardless of whether it's a crafty brew or a macro brew or what you want to call it, it is proper to the style. So it winning isn't as much of a joke as say I don't know, Labatt Blue winning the Pilsner competition a few years ago. Um, what do we have next? Flavored wheat beer. Amsterdam's KLB Raspberry Wheat. Not a bad beer. Clock Tower Raspberry Wheat. Never had anything from Clock Tower yet myself. Beyond the Pale Pink Fuzz. Yippee, Beyond the Pale. I hear so many good things about you. You never answer any of my emails, though. You completely ignore me. Invited you to a beer festival. Asked if I could come do an interview with you. Asked for some information about you. A funny thing is, one of the beer bloggers out there that I talk to actually works for you, and you still don't answer me. Fuck you. Farmhouse beers. The Stack Brewing Company's Porte de l'Enfors. That was actually a fairly interesting beer that when I had it. Big Rig Saison. Big Rig Belgian Blonde. Again, Big Rig doing good. Chris Phillips, you hired a good brewmaster. Lorne is a Lorne. Were either of those in the category? I don't know. But just looking at the category, I'm sort of sad. British Pale or Bitter. Muskoka Cream Ale. A cream ale isn't really a pale ale or a bitter, but whatever. Black Oak Pale Ale. Highlander Scottish Ale. American Pale Ale. Great Lakes Johnny Simcoe. Never had Johnny Simcoe myself. Collective Arts Rhyme and Reason. Good beer right there. Great Lakes Crazy Canuck. Again, I hated Crazy Canuck the first time I had it. Once they changed the hop profile, good beer. British IPAs. Mill Street IPA. Kensington Baldwin Fish Eye IPA. I would have found that more of an American pale ale, but that's me. Uh, Bricks Waterloo IPA. You can't tell me that that joke of an IPA was better than anything else that could have been in that style. Even Hop City's Tap Room or Big Mouth, better IPA than that. But again, I'm just ranting. West Coast IPAs. Cameron's Rye Pale Ale. Muskoka's Twice as Mad Tom IPA. Beyond the Pale Imperial Super Ghee. Super guy. Um, Molson Coors porter from the Beer Academy. Stout, F&M, Stonehammer, Coffee Stout, great beer. Sawdust City Skinny Dipping Stout, amazing beer. Big Rig Stout, Big Rig bringing home another award. Fruit beer, Amsterdam Framboise, not a huge fan of it. Mill Street Framboisen, never had it. Turtle Island Smashed Cherry Pale Ale, that sounds awesome. Never had anything from Turtle Island. Um, Vegetable beer, Grand River Highballer Pumpkin. Not a big fan of it this last year, but hey, it is a well-made beer. The Ship's Rash. Not had a bottle of that. Big Rig's Triple Chocolate Cherry Stout. Um, Black Oak does a Triple Chocolate Cherry Stout too. I wonder how that compares. Strong beer. First place, Descendants Prologue Belgian Blonde. Great work, guys. You just got your manufacturing license, don't remember, early this year or late last year, and you've won a gold medal in your first awards. Congrats to you. Sawdust City's Princess Wears Girl Pants. Amsterdam's Vicar Vice. I think there's a few things that could have went in before Vicar's Vice, but that's, again, just me. Gluten-free. Nickelbrook's Gluten-free took first place with a note this was the only beer entered in this category, which makes me wonder what the fuck's going on. We have like 3 gluten-free only breweries in Ontario. Why wouldn't they have put their beers in? Is it that they know they can't compete with Nickelbrook's? I mean, I don't like Nickelbrook's gluten-free, but it does taste better than the creamed corn pale ale that I had, or the nacho chip lager, or the whatever. Barrel aged, whiskey barrel aged. Amsterdam's Double Tempest. Wellington's Frostquake bourbon barrel aged barley wine. Ooh, that sounds so amazing. Cameron's bourbon barrel aged Deviator Doppelbock, which is a great beer. Barrel aged with wine barrels. Amsterdam's rye peppercorn saison. That sounds awesome. Sawdust City's ODB. Great Lakes Gary. Imperial Stout or Baltic Porter. Muskoka Brewery's Winter Beard, good beer. Big Rig's Imperial Stout, another good beer. Wellington Russian Imperial Stout, another good beer. Newcomer of the Year, Publican House Brewery. How did Publican House Brewery become Newcomer of the Year over Descendants or Turtle Island or um, fuck or Beyond the Pale? Beyond the Pale had like 3 awards. Here's the one that really gets me angry though. Beer of the Year. The Beer of the Year was awarded to Muskoka Cream Ale. Now, I'm guessing that they gave that to the beer that scored the best overall score. How it scored the best overall score in the pale ale slash bitter category, I'm not sure. I'm not hating on this cream ale because it is a good beer. I'm hating on it getting beer of the year in the 251 beers that were put in by the 46 different breweries. That was the beer of the year. That that right there, an adjunct ale, because that's what it's not the exact definition of it, but a cream ale is an adjunct ale instead of an adjunct lager. Um, Again, not hating on the beer, it is a good beer. Hating on the fact that it won beer of the year, top beer out of the 251 that are put in there. Hell, I would pick almost any of these. Muskoka's Winter Beard, for instance. Um, Cameron's Deviator Doppelbock, Double Tempest, fuck, how Nickelbrook's gluten free. If it was the only beer that was in there, it had to rate really well. How was that not the beer of the year? Fuck, Grand River's Highballer Pumpkin, I'd give it before that. F&M's Coffee Stout, Nickelbrook's Maple Porter, Magnota True North Copper Beer, Big Rig Black IPA, Cameron's RPA, Mill Street IPA. I'm just looking at the first place winners here. Great Lakes Johnny Simcoe. Um, Stack, Ports d'Enfant, Amsterdam, KLB, Raspberry Wheat, Mill Street, Belgian Wheat, Big Rig Hef, F&M Stonehammer, Maple Red, King Bach, Side Launch, Dark Lager, Hop City, Barking Squirrel, Brick Waterloo Pilsner even, Hogsback Vintage Lager, Brick Laker Light. Why didn't we make Laker Light the winner of Beer of the Year then? Anyway, guys, I'm rambling now. Thank you for watching. Let me know what your thoughts are here. Yeah, that is it. I am going, gone. And with that,